let's watch Sid's video on the team comp, and then let's watch Arus, and then I kind of want to see what's going on here. Yeah.
Tauchi's CBT2 based build guide, I decided that this video should be posted first because I think it's very important to have this understanding about. So after working out Tauchi's CBT2 based build guide, I decided that this video should be posted first because I think it's very important to have this understanding about team comps, and this will help you decide which standard banner 5-star is best for you and things like that. So very quickly, let's go through the basics.
What is
Team comps
CBT2?
are made up of
Closed
three
beta
characters,
test.
not your traditional 4 that you would find in many RPG games. There are no elemental reactions, so you don't have to worry about factors like which characters apply an elemental aura on enemies the most consistently.
Hot take. It's probably not a hot take. I still think that elemental reaction should be in the game, or something of the equivalent. And the reason I say this isn't because I want it to be like Genshin. The reason I say this is because I believe that elemental reactions add a huge part into Genshin Impact's combat in terms of what makes a team do something as a team. As I mentioned in the previous video, and this is one of my biggest complaints about Wuthering Waves, it feels like the team doesn't matter. You could literally put whatever you want on the team, and as long as they benefit you in some kind of way, shape, or form, it's fine. But in Wuthering Waves, I just don't need the team, right? If I'm playing Kakarot, there's almost zero reason I should be switching in and out, besides maybe getting a 40% damage buff depending on who I'm using on the team, or if I'm gonna die and I want to swap out and like recover, whatever. Being the fact that there's only one healer or two healers in the game, Baiji, and I think Verena, right, are the only healers in the game, to my understanding. There might be one more, but unless I'm rocking a healer, there's almost zero reason for me to even be switching in and out in a case like that. So it's a really weird scenario where if it did have something similar, if not exactly like the elemental reactions, it would encourage more team play. Because for a game like Wuthering Waves, in comparison to, if we are comparing to Genshin, I am looking for team combat. And then when you get into the multiplayer, the co-op aspect of it, I want to be able to have my partner throw out a tornado. The enemy goes flying, and then I can jump into the air. I can zip line into the air and then get an air combo, drop them down to the ground, and then my partner can freeze them up or something like that. That's what I want. I feel like people are saying you don't need the team because we haven't been to full on in game and whatever content they throw at us. Rihu, I would agree with you if it weren't for the fact that a majority of the combat that we see is from in game. A majority of the CBT2 and CBT1 stuff was from that points in game, and it's all solo work. Solo Encore destroys boss floor, whatever. Solo Kakarot destroys boss floor, whatever. Solo level 1 Jianshin destroys boss floor, whatever. They don't need a team. If they did, you wouldn't be able to do that. That's like, imagine if you played Starrel and I made the one-off that, like, oh yeah, Acheron is so strong, she just solos everything in the game. You don't even need the other three characters. You could just do it with only Acheron. And then someone went and did it in MOC 12. That's basically what they're doing.
For the most part, Wuthering Waves combats can be described as an Elden Ring meets Genshin Impact type of game. Oh no, I said it.
When I said when I said Elden Ring cross whatever, bro, they were, why does everything have to get compared to Elden Ring? Everything with the parry isn't a Soulsborne game. And I'm like, dude, we get it. We know. Shut the fuck up.
Combat is more skill based. You will need to time dodges and parry attacks, and in order to get the full use of each character's kit, they will need to spend time on field. For a good amount of patches, you won't find characters that you swap into, use their resonance skill and liberation, then swap out. You will spend a good amount of time on field with each party member. The reason for this is because you have 3 energy based skills that need to be full. You have your Porter Gauge, which is unique for every character. You have your resonance liberation that uses energy, and you have your Concerto energy, which is different to your resonance liberation energy. Your Concerto energy is what triggers your current character's outro skill and the next character's intro skill. When it comes to team builds, Wuthering Waves allows you to play solo characters like you would in Elden Ring, and this would be better than swapping between characters and not fully utilizing their kits.
Did he just prove what I don't like that. I do and I don't. I like it because Elden Ring, obviously, and I love Soulsborne shit. I don't think that's good or healthy for the game. Maybe I'm wrong. Is that a healthy thing? Like, would that be a healthy thing for the game? The fact that you don't need a team, but it's a team-based, or it promotes itself as a team-based game, a three-man team, but you don't need it.
Don't be surprised to see players doing specific character-only playthroughs. You do, however, receive additional value for fully using team members because this allows you to use parts of your kit that wouldn't be usable otherwise. In normal circumstances, that is, there is an event that changes this. The parts I'm referring to are your intro and outro skills. So how do you build the perfect team comp? Obviously, you are going to have your main damage dealer, and this can literally be anyone you like. Some characters just deal more damage, like Jian compared to Baiji. For the other two party members, we are dividing them into direct buffers and team buffers. The direct
Okay.
buffers are characters that only buff the next character that takes the field with their ultra skill. So for example, Mortife provides a 38% heavy attack damage
That's why they say him and Kakarot are really good together, because Kakarot, whenever he does the ultimate, or is it Gion? Gion. When Gion does the ultimate, it counts as a heavy attack.
bonus to the next character that takes the
And
field,
Kakarot is
and
just
it
straight
will
up heavy
disappear
attacks.
after 14 seconds or when they leave the field. Other than being a direct buffer, these characters also have utility like off-field damage or crowd control and so on. The time that motivates
What? So, okay, are there, I haven't seen that, right? Like the characters that have off-field damage. I haven't seen a single character that has off-field. Verena has both team buffs and direct buffs. 20% team buff, 15% direct buff. Yeah, and that's why I know Verena is like the better support. Yin Lin does off-field damage. Okay.
off-field damage loss, and
So
the
that
buff
explains. Okay, so now I'm piecing it together. Now I'm understanding a little bit more about the team building aspect and like why you would want to do that. Yin Lin would be great for Kakarot. Kakarot is your main, he's your driver. If I'm thinking about this like Xenoblade Chronicles, Yin Lin's the blade, Kakarot's the driver. Mortify is another blade. Okay. Yes.
provides means that you will once
And for those that like anyone that's watching this video, it's easier for me if I relate it to something that I've already experienced or played, for me to fully understand how I need to understand, like, or interpret it, if you will. So sometimes I just say things.
to have him used right before your main DPS takes the field. Your third party member generally provides a team-wide buff that will last much longer than a direct buffer would and applies to all party members, not just one. For
So then wouldn't he want to start the game with Mortify? I don't, let me go back. I don't quite understand that. Mortify, the next character to take the field, gains 38% heavy attack damage bonus for 14 seconds. So he would have had to swap out from Kakarot to Mortify back to Kakarot. That's how this sequence would work, right? Because in Genshin, I'm used to, like, you know, obviously ordering it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then pianoing backwards or something like that.
or when they leave the field. Other than being a direct buffer, these characters also have utility like off-field damage or crowd control and so on. The time that Mortive's off-field damage lasts and the buff he provides means that you will want to have him used right before your main DPS takes the field. Your third party member generally provides a team-wide buff that will last much longer than a direct buffer would and applies to all party members, not just one. For release, these will primarily be limited to your healers or characters with a rejuvenating glow echo set. So
What did that say?
will primarily be limited to your healers or characters
When performing the outro skill, the attack of the entire team's resonator increases by 15%,
Yeah.
lasting 30 seconds.
with the rejuvenating glow echo set. So
Yeah.
overall, you want to start with your team-wide buffer that has long-lasting buffs, then use a direct buffer with buffs that generally only apply to
Okay, so now this is making sense. So it'd be the reverse. You would go from Kakarot to Verena,
Yeah.
to Verena to Mortify, and then Mortify into back to Kakarot. Or in this case, you would go Kakarot, Verena, Verena to Yinlin, Yinlin into Kakarot.
Yeah.
That's golden. I like that. This makes a lot more sense now as to why you would do it, because of the benefit that you get from it. But now I'm looking at it, how long is field time?
to the next character that takes the field, which is ideally your damage dealer. Now this is not the only way to build a team, but it is the best way to build your team to maximize your damage output. You can change to have 2 direct buffers or 3 main DPS
Yeah.
characters, whatever you want, best team comps. The rest of the video is just going to be examples of team comps using the guide we've covered. Let's start with the Jian team. Jian's main damage is considered heavy attack damage. So for his
Yeah.
direct buffer, we'll use Mortify. Mortify has great
Listen, I'm stating this right now. Sid, I love the way that you edited this. I will be stealing. I mean that with no ill will whatsoever. I like this. I like this a lot. This is a slick way to introduce characters or to introduce concepts into your video. This is fire. This is fire right here. I like that. All right, fuego, if you will. Good stuff.
field damage potential and provides a heavy attack damage bonus. For the team-wide buffer, we will use someone like Tauchi with the Rejuvenating Glow Echo set, provide a shield and be the one who absorbs all the damage. For
I didn't know
Kochara
Tauchi
team,
had
you
that,
can
but that makes
include
sense.
Gendon as his direct buffer and Baiji as the team-wide buffer. For a DPS Yanu team, you can use Tauchi on Moonlit Clouds to serve as the direct buffer and Verena as a team-wide buffer. The possibilities for building team comps are endless, but by understanding this guide and how characters help each other, you can make the best possible.
Off topic, I'm so used because I don't know what this cutscene is from. I'm so used to the psychological, like psycho thriller anime that I've been like really digging into lately. I expected that girl to get blown up. I saw her pick the ball up and I'm like, oh, that's cute. And my immediate thought, when the ball is gonna turn into a monster or something's gonna be right behind her and eat her. Guys, don't watch psycho thriller anime. Don't, just stay away from it. It corrupts your mind.
Possible team comps. Let me know your thoughts down below and I'll see you in the next video.
This is a great video. Okay, so Sid, guys, I'm gonna link the video here for you guys. This is a great video that really helped me understand a lot more about team building in the game. Really helped me understand that. Let me go and like, and then we will be hitting the subby dubby. Okay, but I do like this. I think, honestly, that did answer a lot of my questions pertaining to team building. I think ultimately, it doesn't change that you don't need to use teams. Like, you can solo whatever you want. But I do think it changes my opinion about it. That might be what it is. But anyhow, y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions, how you feel about that. And that'll pretty much be it. Subscribe if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't care. I do care. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it is what it is. Anyway, smell you later.